Test check. Test check 1. Test check 2. Test check 1. Test check 2. Welcome to another episode of Big Daddy's Den, formerly known as Big Daddy Take. We're coming at y'all with a new name for the show now, Big Daddy's Den. The topic gonna be today, Big Daddy's aspect on what's going around in the USA. Hoping to bring a little insight to some of this stuff that's going on because, like I say, if you don't know no problem, you can't solve no problem. So I'm gonna try to bring some of the knowledge because if you didn't notice, one thing Big Daddy do is a lot of fact checking. I do a lot of fact checking. And because of that, that's why I tell you sometimes my show will be risky business at times. So I want to start off telling y'all, we've been protesting since the beginning of time for us African Americans being brought to this country as slaves. When we started fighting for civil rights, we found protesting to be powerful. But what a lot of people don't realize, that's only the beginning. Just like now, we're gonna have to take another phase in this. Because eventually it's going to come down to black only by blacks. They can't survive without us. There's other ways we're going to have to add to get action. We're going to have to start banning black buying from blacks. And I know that they say blacks don't really own too many grocery stores. But I heard that there's a lot of black owned shopping facilities online. But eventually we're going to have to get to where we just buy black from black if they don't want to do what we need done to stop our brothers and sisters from being really lynched. It's just another way of lynching. It's a shame because a lot of these officers have been given a green light from the president of the United States of these America. When he come on national TV and say, rough them up, I'll cover you. You heard him say it at the rallies. When his top cop ain't even our top cop. That's his top cop. Bart. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Bill Bart. But like I say, black people, and I'm not trying to promote violence. I'm saying this for, we don't have enough weapons. Now, before you quote unquote get all into it, like we going to war and all that, listen to me out. What I mean is legally, firearms. We don't have enough legally firearms. Average one of us, somebody kicking our door, we can't even defend ourselves. A lot of us would be living now if we had something to defend ourselves. No, I'm not saying get a weapon, go out there and start fighting no civil war or nothing like that. I'm just saying more of us black and brown people need to legally buy firearms. Because we being outnumbered like that. They probably ain't kicking in some of their doors because they know they're going to run into some fireworks. You kicking the average white person, they got probably about 6 guns in there, so you ain't going to kick their door in. You feel me? So I'm not talking about provoking violence. I'm just saying we need to legally purchase more firearms. I know at one time you know guns kill people. It ain't good to have them around, but we ain't in normal times. Put them in a safe. Lord knows, get a combination. I mean, how your child gonna open it if you got a combination? Then put a lock in a lock. Put a box in a box if you feel me. What I mean is put a safe in a safe. If you leave both of them open, you shouldn't even be able to get one legally if you that mentally. If you leave both of them unlocked. But I'm saying that if that start happening, if we start purchasing more of that, we'll get less doors kicked in. But boycotting, like I say, that's gonna be the next phase. Because like I say, they can't survive without us. They're not telling you the truth about that unemployment rate. Even though 13% is terrible for anybody. But technically, I went on and did it for you. Fact check. I fact checked for you. The black unemployment, black and brown, is about 16.5% right now. And to me, that's risky business. Because let me break it down for you. We lost a lot of jobs and gonna lose some more during the coronavirus outbreak. Y'all hear me? A lot of jobs was lost. But with that being said, those jobs are being filled. Like, let's say if you got 1 million jobs and you lose 500,000, let me get this arithmetic right for you. You lose 500,000, you got 500,000 more left. People. And you got 4 million people. I'm just throwing numbers out there to get the picture out there to you. You got 4 million people that's out of work. But you got $500,000 less job than you had before any of those people started coming back. So let me ask you a question. Who do you think while we in the dark there a little bit, let's get this power outage right. Test check. Test check 1, test check 2. We back with you. Who do you think they gonna get them jobs to with the lower numbers now? You got 4 million people now. Remember, we had 1 million jobs. Now we only got 500,000. We got 4 million people coming back to work. They're going to fill them up with the white. This is America. They're going to fill them up with the white first. You're going to have white people doing jobs that they wouldn't dare do if they had them other 500,000 that was behind the desk. But it's always been like that. So just think about it. How can the unemployment numbers, when they say 13%, they got to break it down. Because you got white, blacks, Spanish, you got all kind of different people in those numbers. But just remember that they gonna get those jobs to them first. They'll start doing stuff they said they would never do. And then when the other jobs come back, then they decide, as a matter of fact, them same job that used to pay black and brown people $13 an hour. Now all of a sudden they paying their white brothers and sisters $18 an hour. But this is America. That's the way it is. But we're gonna try to change that because we're in a different time, but we got a new generation coming. We got a mixed generation coming, and also we got a generation of white people that ain't gonna be a high number devilish as it was years ago, whether you like it or not. You're going to have more marrying, more black and white couples, brown and white, brown and black, red and white, red and brown, black. Mix the colors. So I'm just trying to bring your attention to some things that's going on. So we're going to have to take another phase. A lot of y'all don't know a lot about boycotting, but we're going to have to do something that's going to wake them up to get these laws changed. Yeah, one, we got to get the president. I think we're going to start singing that on the street, if not already. She's the one that's inciting all of this. Advertised today and yesterday, law and order. All he texting is law and order. That's all he texting. Ain't thinking about addressing the problem because he don't know the problem. Remember I told you, you have to know a problem to solve a problem. Trump don't know the problem, so don't wait on him to solve it. Whether you black, brown, blue, or yellow, don't wait on Trump. I ain't even gonna say president. I'm sorry for being disrespectful, whatever, but you got to be presidential for me to call you president. But just remember, Big Daddy said, you got to know a problem to solve a problem. And he don't know the problem. So we can't wait on him to solve it. He know he got to go. Already he know that he's got to go. But we got to be careful. Because when a man is in a corner and can't get out, we don't know what they might do. Because all over this land, Joe Biden numbers is higher than his. Even where he was killing Hillary at. So he's in a corner. So we got to be careful because we don't know what he might do with that power. Because he don't even already know when you the leader of the free world, he don't realize. And maybe he quote unquote do and don't care. But when you the president of the United States, your words are powerful. Your words are like what I used to say, like what I always say, your words is risky business. You have to know what you're saying when you say it. If y'all didn't realize what he said when the looting started, the shooting started, it wasn't a day later, somebody shooting into the protest crowds. Y'all feel me? But we're going to go to this next phase because like I say, when other countries take to the street, when they want changes, usually a regime change, regime or whatever you change, they don't leave the streets. They out there every day and they ain't used to America being out here going on 13 days strong. Thousands on the street and the numbers going up. But that's what a corrupt president in this country can do. He ain't smart enough to resign. Nixon wasn't a dumb man. That's why he resigned. That's why he stepped down. But quote unquote, I told you I don't really like calling people dumb. But I don't think it's too smart for you to do a whole lot of dumb things. Unless you're dumb. Y'all hear me? Like I say, I know my people is out there in the middle of a pandemic. I am very happy to see the number of masks wearing. It's probably about 80%. I was glad to see that. But we're going to have to make sure that we get what we come for, because the coronavirus is still out there. And we got to pay a price for what we doing now. So we got to make sure that what we end up getting was worth the price that we got to pay, because we know that the virus spread with numbers. We know that. We done seen the arithmetic. But we can't let our brothers and sisters keep just getting choked out on the streets, shot in their own home, shot down for no reason. Every time News 11, News 12, News 6, cop got off for murder, cop got off for murder. How every last one of them gonna get off? It's because right now they're getting a free ride. But if they look at the streets, let me tell you something. Technology ain't going nowhere. You're going to have cameras everywhere. Cell phones, everybody got one. If you ain't got one, the government will give you one free. So they ain't going to keep getting away. They know that. But we can't stop. Like I said, with this coronavirus, we're going to have to make sure that this be worth it. And I know a lot of y'all out there, some, about the voting. I know we got to vote. But I'm here to tell you, voting, even if Joe Biden end of the day, that's not going to get it changed, because he's still going to have Republicans. What's going to change is when you start buying black, start buying brown. Stop going into their malls. Stop going into they whatever you want to call those names. Start buying black. And I'm telling you, from in the past, that's what it's gonna take. All you have to do is just fact check some of the things that's going on, and you will see what we have to do. Yeah, we must vote. Yeah, we must vote. Yeah, we must vote. But we got to do more. We got to keep this going. No, I don't like curfews. I wouldn't go in that much. No way, because of the coronavirus. But if I go, I don't want to. If I do need to go somewhere, I don't want to have to be stopped. That's the last thing I want to do, is be stopped by a cop for any reason right now. Just like Gordon Solie used to say, it ain't worth it. Some of you young people out there don't know nothing about Gordon Solie. Tony Savannah, Ted Turner. And my friend, rest in peace, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. What I like about it, and the reason why I mention it, because he used to tell it like it is. Whether you liked it or not, you was going to hear the truth. That's what he was going to bring you. Like I told y'all, no, I'm not out there in the streets with you. But I've been out there before. It ain't my turn. I'm going to tear the poles up. And I'm going to try to pump some stuff up on social media. But we all got to take our part. The young people need to get out there because the change going to come from y'all anyway. I'm going to help you like I can. But no, I'm not going out there marching in the street. I already did that. We got enough young people to do it. They got strong legs. Let them get on out there. I got injuries. I got disabilities. I got to do it. So that's why I'm on social media now trying to spread the word. So no, don't be saying, why Big Daddy ain't out there on the street? Big Daddy been out there. I had plenty of years to do that. I'm doing it another way now. But young people are going to be the one who going to have to bring this change. And I want to tell you a little bit about the generation young people now. Some of you may want to wait to the end before you say your man Big Daddy don't know what he's talking about. Why don't you wait to the end first? Because you might not like the way it started off. But just because the road start bumpy don't mean it ain't going to end smooth. You done been on enough roads to know that. So check this out. Young people, when you get stopped by a cop, shut your mouth and answer what you asked. Y'all don't hear me. Let me repeat that one more time. Young people, when you get stopped by law enforcement, shut your mouth. Keep your hands on your steering wheel if you're in your vehicle and answer what's asked by the law enforcement. You already know if they ask for your driving license, you can't just, you're in a different time now. You can't just go reaching behind in your back pocket just because he asked for it. The dumb cop might forgot that he even asked you for it. You can't go reaching over there in the glove compartment when you got to tell him after he asks you, you got to tell him what you getting ready to do. You got to repeat it just to make sure he heard you. I know a lot of you don't know that because you ain't been through nothing. So if he asks you for your driving license, don't immediately go reaching. Let him know where you got to reach and what you're reaching for. That's right. Let him know what you're reaching for because he may not even remember he asked you for them. They got problems going on, stuff all going on through their mind. That can save your life. Don't take your hands off the steering wheel till you tell the officer what you're getting ready to do. If you want to live to fight another day, don't be all Big Daddy. They killing people no matter what you do, no matter what you say. So what? That's not the point that I'm making right now. What I'm saying is first step one, shut your mouth and do what the law enforcement say when they stop you. Yeah, you're going to have a nasty one that might slap you in your mouth and you ain't saying nothing. But that ain't the point I'm making. I'm saying I'm doing percentage. I like doing numbers. If enough of you shut your mouth, we'll save, I put it like this, we'll save some lives. And I say that because, I'm on social media. Yeah, I watch the news. But I just wish one time that I could see one of those incidents where you all had your mouth shut. No, it don't give them a right to do none of that what they did. But that ain't what I said. I said I wish I could just see one of those where the officers is acting a fool and you kept your mouth shut. Yeah, I know that'll happen, but I'm telling you the numbers don't lie. You'll be better off is what I'm telling you if you keep your mouth shut. And I know that's very hard for this younger generation to do it. But if you black or brown or red, You get stopped by law enforcement, please try to keep your mouth shut. Now, let's get on to that other end. The ones of y'all who ain't keeping your mouth shut, and these officers is choking us out, or maybe we kept our mouth shut and we getting slammed down to the ground, or doing all the right stuff, but we just got a bad law enforcement. They should be punished to the maximum for the crime they commit. Once it starts, if we can get some of the stuff changed, they not stupid people. They just know they've been getting away. We got to stay to these streets and make it to where they know they're not getting away no more. We got to make it to where when those 12 juries make their decision and the judge know it's wrong, the judge got the power to change it. I'm not the one that's educated enough to say all about exactly what kind of change is going to have to come about. So I'm not trying to be a know-it-all. So I'm telling you up front, I don't know about all the quote-unquote change is going to have to come, but I know some things that's going to have to happen. If it was me and I was law enforcement, first thing, you got to make me feel like I'm going to get in trouble for what I do. That's what makes you do anything when you know you ain't going to get in no trouble for. You're not going to be held accountable. So that's why I say what I say about that. So I say to my people, stay to the streets. Nonviolent. Yeah, you're gonna have Lou when too many, they say too many of us can't get together. So you're gonna have some violence. But let's focus on nonviolent. And let's focus on starting to live among ourselves. And I'm telling you, some things will change. Buy black, buy brown, buy red, and you'll see what I'm talking about. They can't survive without us. So, like I say, we in a pandemic. We're in a law enforcement crisis. We're in a White House crisis. Because, in our country, once a president become president, his goal is supposed to be to become president for all. But this just ain't happening. First time I've seen and noticed it in my time. I never in all my days thought that I would wish that George Bush was back in office. I thought that would be impossible. I thought that would be wishful thinking. But I'm not rich. I pay for George Bush plane ticket to D.C. now if I can get Trump out of there. Yeah, I said it. And he's supposed to have been the worst president of all presidencies. But I think that record just got shattered. But like I say, I know if you don't know your job, you're not going to be able to do the job. And if you don't know your job and you do the job, you ain't going to be able to do it well because you don't know it. So I'm not expecting much from him because I don't feel like he know the job. So, like I say, this generation, it's a lot of love for black and whites in this young generation coming along, thank God, because like I told you, the young is where the change is going to come from. And there's a lot of love for black and whites. Especially, man, you get down into them 8-year-olds, them 9-year-olds, They don't even know. They don't even see colors no more. They colorblind when it comes to that. But like I say, we're going to have to see what happened is they've been doing what they're doing. But my generation and before my generation, we quote unquote kept our mouth shut most of the time. So the numbers wasn't as high. Like I told you, if you keep your mouth shut, the numbers will be lower. But we kept our mouth shut. I don't even know if this generation can risky business. I don't know if they can keep their mouth shut. So if we don't get these I get, like I say, if we don't get legislation changed with this generation, then it's just gonna be beating going on the street every day. Because for one thing, like I say, the way the young people talk, even if you black on black, you have to restrain yourself sometime from the way they talk. So I don't have a lot of confidence with a majority of the young folks eventually keeping their mouth shut. You know, they want to, why you stop me? Why you pull me over? Why you want me to get out the car? Y'all done heard it. You know, what you stop me for? I didn't run that light. I don't know if this generation gonna keep their mouth shut. So they better do something to try to fear them officers to make sure that ain't no free ride for their violence. Because we're seeing it more and more because of this new generation. You know, if you disrespect your parents, man, think about who else you'll disrespect. You disrespect your older brother, your older sister, your aunt, your uncle. If you disrespecting, just think about who else you disrespecting. And don't get me wrong, all of them, law enforcement, should be held accountable for any violence that they're doing. I'm just telling you something that we might can keep the numbers down if you keep my mouth shut when you're getting involved with law enforcement. Don't ask so many questions about why you got pulled over. Don't ask why he wants you to get out the car. It could be somebody just robbed somebody in that same color car. If he wants you to get out the car, get out the car. You're going to get out anyway. One way or another, you're going to get pulled out. So why ask all them questions? And yeah, you might get thrown down to the ground for nothing. But I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, if you keep your mouth shut, the numbers will be less. And hopefully we can live to fight another day. And sorry that I don't have a lot of confidence. And I'm not saying all young people, but the number is so high that I'm kind of puzzled about if they ever could keep their mouth shut. So like I say, glad y'all had a chance to tune in to another episode of Big Daddy's Den. Remember, this is just my perspective on some of this stuff that's going on. Hopefully pretty soon we can get back to more of a comedy side of my show. But right now it's too much serious stuff going out there and going around. You know what I'm saying. So it's more of a serious den take right now. So, like I say, just remember one thing about my show. 'Cause I always like to end with something. Remember, with my show, no matter where I stay nor go, you the people will remain the stars of the show. Yeah. Y'all stay blessed. Stay prayed up. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. We'll see you on the next episode of Big Daddy's Den.